Good morning, Roll Gang, and welcome on inside to a fresh episode of the Weekday Wake and Bake. And it is Turpy Tuesday, which means it's time for a Turpy Tuesday strain review episode of the Weekday Wake and Bake. Super fucking pumped to smoke some of this Greenway Medical divorce cake. Yo, this is some of the highest clout of any cannabis flower in the state of Nevada. I got this unbelievable nug from the homie Zach, my roommate. Got this fucking baller nug of divorce cake. You can see I just ripped this seal for the first time. This fucking nug is screaming perfection. Absolutely alien weed. This divorce cake by Greenway Medical. I am extremely hyped to smoke this with you guys. Give you the RSRS score out of 100 based on the pre-smoke judgment, the bag appeal, the nose flit aroma, nug structure, density, and so on and so forth. Then we're going to judge the flavor, ash color, throat hit, and a couple more things while we smoke the joint. Give it a final score out of 100. But while I roll and get a dime ready, going to give a shout out to the sponsors of the show. Pre-smoke judgment, by the way. We always do the pre-smoke before we break down the beautiful nug, because the nug structure matters in pre-smoke judgment. A flying 5 out of 5. A 5 out of 5 with flying colors. Emphatically, dramatically 5 out of 5. I'm not even quite sure there could possibly exist a more beautiful nug. Smells like straight cake strain. Very sweet. Almost like a decadent cookies flavor smell, and I cannot be more excited to give this baby a smoke. But before I do, major shout out to the sponsors of the show, because they make it happen for the Weekday Wake and Bake and help out the Roll Gangsters along the way. First and foremost, Oaksterdam University, the first ever cannabis college in my proud alma mater. If you guys are looking to claim your stake in this budding industry and learn how to grow some fine herb in your very own home, look no further than Oaksterdam University home grow course or cannabis, cannabis compliance, you name it. You can learn it about the cannabis industry at Oaksterdam University. Use promo code Rolling Spoon for 10% off. And go to Oaksterdam University, the first ever cannabis college, to boost your cannabis knowledge. And also, name sponsor of every Weekday Wake and Bake in show history, the Rolling Spoon Cannabis Multi-Tool. 256 episodes, rolling joints with the Rolling Spoon on the Weekday Wake and Bake. Tomorrow is a gravitational episode, Roll Gangsters. It is our 1 year anniversary, you guys and me and Rachel. We are going to have a 1 year anniversary show tomorrow, completing a full year of Weekday Wake and Bakes every weekday morning. Started off at 8 a.m., shout out the old 8 a.m. shows, now at 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern, but every weekday morning, the Weekday Wake and Bake. With your Roll Gangsters. Shout out to everybody tuning in on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. You guys are all the shit. If this is your first time tuning in, the last episode of the first year of Weekday Wake and Bakes, we go live every weekday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern to break down some herb and some cannabis content with you guys, because after all, we are blessed to have a woke, so we are blessed to have a smoke. And it's just much better when we can smoke together, Roll Gangsters. So every weekday morning, we got a show for you guys. This next year is going to be an absolute banger. Year 2 on deck of the Weekday Wake and Bake. And I cannot wait to get on into it tomorrow with you. It'll be the second ever February 1st episode of the Weekday Wake and Bake. The first day that there are 2 episodes of the show in history. So without further ado, Roll Gang, I am almost done rolling up this absolute dimer of divorce cake, and we are going to smoke this baby up. I literally cannot wait. This is one of the most hyped strains in the entire city. I've been waiting to smoke this one for a while with you guys. Shout out the homie Zach for reminding me to whip this bad boy out. But I literally, this has more excitement and hype than any other strain I've reviewed so far. Very, very high-end, High Times Cannabis Cup contender divorce cake. This baby's going to be an absolute bomb. Let's smoke some up and judge it, Roll Gang. We got my spoon-rolled dime of divorce cake by Greenway Medical. Major shout-out to Greenway. This baby looked like an absolute beaut. This fucking nug that I just turned into this joint. It's almost sad that I had to take the shape away of that unbelievable berry nug. Rolling spoon rolled, let's spark up the divorce cake by Greenway Medical. Let's go, Greenway. So once we spark, we can get into the post-smoke judgments. First, we are going to judge the flavor of this strain in perfect timing because I got these terpy rips live. It rips so potent. I fucking love the way it hits. And not only that, but it is flavorful. It's got that like almost cherry kind of pinch, the tartness to it of a cherry pie, but nice like almost buttery smoothness of a cake strain. You know, I'm even getting like a touch of spice, like nutmeg or a cinnamon. I don't know. It's that sour tartness. No hempy flavor. No chemicals. Just fucking like a cherry pie cake strain, almost, if I had to say the flavor. I'm going to go ahead, you know, it's between a 4 and a 5. It's really flavorful. I'm going to go ahead and give it a 4 out of 5 on the flavor, only because the potency is definitely taking from the flavor. You guys hear me reeling off these rips. It's harder to get a really depict touch on the flavor whenever I'm so distracted by the throat hit. But, man, it really is satisfying. Let me try one more time. Literally tastes like a potent-ass cake strain mixed with cherry pie. I'm not 100% sure the genetics on the divorce cake. I'm sure it's a wedding cake cross, some cookies in here. Actually, cherry pie and cookies are crossed to make wedding cake, I'm pretty sure. But those are definitely actually the strains I'm getting on this for sure. That tartness of the cherry pie tastes like cherry pie. A little bit flaky and buttery, but man, the nug just looks supreme. Look at this other one I have. Absolute fire. The Greenway Medical Divorce Cake. A 4 out of 5 on the flavor. A 5 out of 5 on the pre-smoke judgment. Now on into the ash color. Honestly, it's not dark. That's for sure. I think it's a very commonly scored light gray. A lot of strains on this show score a 3 out of 5 on ash color. You would love to see this ash get super white. The beauty sticky nugs of the divorce cake look like they should burn like pearly white. But honestly, I'm not that disappointed in it. A 3 out of 5, light gray on the ash color, but it tastes and hits really clean. The potency and the beauty of the nug kind of adds a lot to this strain. The second to last judgment section is the throat rip. So, how satisfying is the throat hit? Honestly, Roll Gang, this is a 5. This is what you want. I know I'm coughing a lot, but it's only because of how potent it is and how strong it's hitting me in the throat. Super satisfying. I'm one of those believers that truly feels if I cough, I get higher. When I cough, I get higher. So I really enjoy a nice, smooth cough, a controllable cough. The ones that doesn't hurt. It's almost like there's a chemically bad cough that hurts when you cough. But when you're smoking some good weed, there's this like comfortable cleansing cough that we do. It's a little bit different. It feels different anyway. It might not sound different, but it's like that's what I'm experiencing. These smooth coughs of like potency, if you will. And that is what I look for in a smoke. I do not think I have given a strain a 5 out of 5 that has not made me cough. If it doesn't cough, I think I give it somewhere in the 3, the pinch range. This baby is a smack. A smooth smack. 5 out of 5 on the throat rip. An absolute baller by Greenway Med. So last but certainly not least, the definitive judgments. And unlike the rest of the scores out of 5, we gave a 5 on throat hit, 3 on ash color, 4 on flavor, and a 5 on bag appeal. This one is out of 20. So we dive into the tested THC percentage as well as the terpenes tested, see if they matched up well with the smoke. How does it feel? How long did it burn? All the factors we really didn't have any control over. We are going to give a score out of 20 for this one. So terpenes, it wasn't incredibly flavorful. It didn't get a 5 out of 5 on the flavor, but it was definitely super present. The caryophyllene rip was definitely there. The patented limonene from the cherry pie, not citrusy limonene, but more sweet, tart limonene. And then, I really wasn't able to detect many other terpenes than that. I probably think these weren't that high testing, probably in the 3 to 7 milligrams per gram range in those terpenes, caryo and limonene. The THC percentage, though, probably over 30. I'm not gonna lie, it was packed dense, frosty as fuck. The most beautiful looking nug I've seen in a really long time. I would not be surprised if this strain is pushing 30%. I don't think probably any other present cannabinoids, no CBG, CBN. I'm not detecting any, anyways. But let's look at the report now. We got 5 on the limonene, 4 on the myrcene, and 4 on the caryophyllene. Pretty standard terp profile. Definitely tasted exactly lined up beautifully with the terp profile on the jar. THC percent 28.7. This baby is a fucking hash ball. That's basically spot on. I love 28.7, 29% THC, and it is smacking like it. No CBD or CBN. Burn time sufficient. I honestly fucking tapped. Like, my throat, I need to go fucking take a seat and rip the rest of this. And I have gotten medicated. Like, that heavy glaze behind the eyes, the thoughtless nature of my brain just swarming around in there, coming up with creative ideas and weird ideas for sure. But honestly, the divorce cake gets a 19 out of 20 on the definitive judgments. A 19 out of 20. Incredibly enjoyable. The flavor was there, but like, if you think, so this is a trichome, right? If you like shine your flashlight on a nug and you see a bunch of those shiny balls, those nuggets of joy, this is a trichome. And inside of the trichome is all of the cannabinoids and terpenes. Terpenes, cannabinoids, THC, CBD, CBN, all the terps, myrcene, terpinolene, they're all in there. So, like, the more full you get, you know, you can't have infinite in your trichomes. If you have a 30% THC strain like that, you're gonna not have too much room for CBD, CBN, terpenes. The terp profile won't be as high. It's just tougher because the makeup inside the trichomes is standard, you know? If the bus is full of THC, there's no room for terps or other cannabinoids. This one is potent as fuck. The flavor still came through. None of the hempy bullshit that normally, harsh bullshit that normally comes with a 30% THC strain. Incredibly satisfied with the experience of smoking this divorce cake by Greenway Medical. A 19 out of 20 on the definitive judgments. And that closes out our judgment section of this divorce cake by Greenway Medical. Huge shout out to the Greenway team for producing some legendary flower. I have really enjoyed this process no matter what. Shout out to UGC Cherry Pie. Keep grinding. Gotta get back to work. Tell Rachel I say hi. Keep smoking and see you soon. Yo, major shout out to UGC Cherry Pie. Love you. Shout out Cali 420 Love in the building. So good to see you guys. Much love to all the Roll Gangsters tuning in. But let's tally up this final score. Divorce Cake by Greenway Medical. So a 20 out of 20 on the pre-smoke judgment and the throat rip. That's the 5 out of 5 equals 20 out of 20. We'll switch them over once we do the tallies. A 4 is 15, 3 is 10, 2 is 5, 1 and 0. I mean, 1 is 0, 0 you're in really big trouble. But a 5 out of 5 is 20 on the throat rip and the bag appeal, so 40 points. 3 out of 5 on the ash color adds 10, we're at 50 points. A 4 out of 5 on the flavor adds 15, bringing us to 65. And then add in 19 for the definitive judgments, making a final score of 84. The divorce cake by Greenway Medical, an 84 out of 100 whopping score for the RSRS, honestly. Anything in between 80 and 90 is considered elite. And it's pretty rare that anything gets close to touching that 90 range. So this mid-80s is such a sweet spot. Unbelievable experience for this Greenway Medical divorce cake. So thankful to the homie Zach for hooking it up and being able to go get some at Planet 13, the fucking largest dispensary in the world, and my proud employer. I'm over at Medizin, their mom and pop shop. They got the largest dispo in the world, and also a little mom and pop shop if that's more your vibe. You know, Medizin dispensary over off Decatur and the 215. You can catch me there. Get some Greenway Medical 4 to midnight tonight. Absolutely loved smoking this divorce cake with the final score 84 out of 100. I am going to go and smoke the rest of this joint because it gave me hella joint fatigue. Love to see it from this unbelievable product. Major shout out to Oaksterdam, the Rolling Spoon, and everybody tuning in on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. Monster episode coming tomorrow in store. The 1 year anniversary of the Weekday Wake and Bake. I love you guys so much, and I will see you then. Mwah! Peace!